Hey guys, welcome back to Math on Friday. Hopefully you've done your skill check for volume. If not, please stop here, go do that, and then come back and watch the video. For those of you that do have your skill check done, please get your workbook. We're going to start on page 8, and we're going to do a few pages in here together. Pause if you need to. So this first one is talking about all the possible boxes that could hold 12 baseballs, but guess what? We've already done this in a previous lesson before, so we're just going to skip this one. We're going to jump down here to number 2. So we're going to match the expression, remember the number sentence, with the correct box below. And this one's actually using your Omnifix cubes, which is why they look a little bumpy. So remember this part in the parentheses is the base, the bottom, the butt, what it's sitting on, and then by the number of layers of that. So let's go down to the bottom figure, and I want you to give me the base dimensions for all 3 of these figures. Pause here if you need to. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good work. Now, along these heights over here, I want you to give me the number of layers. Pause here as well. So, how many layers? 1, 2, 3. I don't want to get confused, so I'm going to circle my layers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Okay, so A is a 2 by 3 by 5. So if I look at my 2 by 3, well, that's a 2 by 5. Here's a 2 by 3. I need to have 5 layers, and it does. So it goes to this one. Next one, 3 by 5. This is a 2 by 5. We already have this one. Here's a 3 by 5. Needs to have 2 layers, and it does. And even though this one is left, I still want to check this one just in case I made a mistake somehow with these other 2. If I just assume that I'm right, I might have cost myself some points on a test. So 2 by 5 for 3 layers. But we're right. Okay, now I want you to flip to page 10. So skip 9. Jump to number 10. It's called Zach's Strategies. Pause if you need to get here. Okay, so first one, we're going to write an expression to describe each of the statements that he made. This is really important. If you're feeling stuck here, really come see your teacher. This is going to show up on your final test. So this is something we really need to work on. So to solve 24 times 15, I double in half. So 24 times 15 equals, you can't really half 15, so I'm thinking this is the double part, times 24 divided by 12. Oops, not by 12. Oh my goodness. What's this, Ferber? I was writing the answer to the equation. Divided by 2. There we go. Divided by 2. This is, so let's check it. To solve this problem, which is right here, they double. So I doubled 15 and halved. I halved 24. Notice it does not actually want the answer to the problem. It just wants, what does this statement say? Same thing's going to happen on any test that you say. Unless it says, and solve, all it wants is the equation itself. So really make sure to watch directions. Some of them will say and solve, but some of them just want you to give the equation to the sentence that this is saying. So to solve 14 times 8, I find 14 times 10 and remove 2 groups of 14. So 14 times 8 equals, so this sounds like I have to do this first, and then I do that. So first, 14 times 10, then two groups of 14. I remove, I take away. So to solve this one, first they do 14 times 10, and then they take away 2 groups of 14. So you'd solve both of these and then subtract. Again, it doesn't actually care what the answer is in this problem. It just wants the equation for it. Oh, look, here it is. Now we have to evaluate the 2 expressions above. In other words, find the values. All this means solve. Find the answer. So A, you can either do this or you can do this other method. So 15 times 2 is 30 times 24 divided by 12. 2 is 12. Look, I did it again. So now 12 times 3. I'm going to hide that 0. So 12 and 12 is 20. So 2, 4, 6, 36. Put the 0 back, right? So that the times 10. I hid that 0. So 360 is the answer. Yay! So B, so 14 times 10 is 140 minus 14 doubled is 28. I can't do that. 0 minus nothing, so I'm going to take from here. 10 minus 8 is 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 minus nothing is 1. Is 112. This is where it wants the actual answer, so this top part didn't care about it. Okay, fill in the blanks. So 2 times 3 is 6. So 6 times what gets us to 30? That is 6 times 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so this one, 4 times what gets us to 48. For now, we're going to pretend that this isn't here. We're just going to think 4 times what gets 48. So we need to have this answer before we can solve for this blank. So 4s are double doubles. So guess what? I'm going to go half-C, half-C. So half of 48 is 24. And another half-C. If I can go double double one way, I can go half-C, half-C the other. Half of 24 gives me 12. So this answer needs to be 12. So 4 times what gets me 12? And that is 3. So that's working backwards through a problem. So true or false? Notice it does not want the answer. It just wants to know, is this equation true? Can this actually happen? So to solve 4 times 9, first, I times 4 by 10, and I subtract 1. Is that true? It is false. You do not subtract 1. You subtract 1 group. So it should be minus 4. Should be minus 4 there. Try this one. So let's see. To find 9 times 13, first I do 10 times 13, then I subtract 1 group of 9. This is also false, and this is the reason why. They made this to here, so yes, they need to subtract 1 group. But it needs to be 1 group of 13. 13 was the number that didn't change, so it should be in all 3 places. All right, pause, solve 5, all 4 problems. Okay, so 9 times 3. So 9 is double. Oh, yeah. 9 doubled plus 1 set plus 9. So 9 doubled is 18 plus 9 more gets us to 27. Guess what? All it did was put a 0 to the back. So all you're going to do is put a 0 to the back. 15 times 4. 4s are doubles. So 15 doubled is 30. 30 doubled is 60. Going across over to here, all they did was put a 0. All you're going to do is put a 0. Keep in mind, here was the original answer. You still have to put a 0. So there's going to be 2 zeros in that full answer. Okay, one more page. Flip it over. So, Shane is making boxes to hold baseballs. He wants the dimensions to be 3 by 7 by 5 units. How many baseballs can one of Shane's boxes hold? So at this point, we haven't actually solved the volume yet. We've always known it was however many. It was 12 or it was 24, and we just found the number of boxes. So for this one, we're going to do a little bit of work together to solve it. So this is the way that the numbers are laid out, but as we noticed with our other figures, right, this is 24 and this is 24. So even if I change the way the box is moving, meaning that I'm changing the numbers that are being put together, I'm still going to get the same answer. Like this one, and this one, and this one, all have 24 blocks in them. But it's just the different way that I'm multiplying those numbers together. So even though this has 3 and 5 by 7, I could easily change that to 5 by 7 by 3. Because this is a smaller number to multiply by. So it's whatever you feel most comfortable with. So I'm going to say, let's do this one. Pause and solve 5 times 7. So 5 times 7, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Now we're going to times that by 3. So this is a much smaller number. 35 times 3. Or repeated addition, because it's not a super huge number. Pause and solve. Get me a final answer. So 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. Back up to the story problem question. How many balls can one of Shane's boxes hold? It can hold 105 balls. Okay, so Riley's also making a box to hold baseballs. She wants her dimensions to be like this, a 4 by 6 by 3. So how many can she hold? Again, 4 by 6 by 3. Let's see if you can solve this one all the way through without help. If you get stuck, push play and I'll walk you through it. So 4 by 6. So this is 4 is double, so 6 doubled is 12. 12 doubled is 24 times 3. So 4 times 3 is 12. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. There it is. All right, last one today. You guys have been working really hard. So Raquel found 2 boxes in her storeroom. One box has the dimension of 6 by 2 by 3, and the other is 2 by 3 by 6. Which box holds more balls? Explain your thinking. So, actually, I'm going to have you pause and try this on your own before I share my thinking. What do you think you need to do to solve this one? So here's what I see. 6 times 2 times 3. 2 times 3 times 6. It is just like our 3 different boxes that are all the same shape. Look. 6, 6, 2, 2, 3, 3. All they're doing is picking a different side for it to sit on. These boxes are going to hold the same amount. Now let's go make sure and see if it actually wants to know how much. So which one holds more? They're going to hold the same. Explain your thinking. And we did that. So it doesn't actually want an answer. But we can see, right? So those numbers are the same. If one was different, then those would be different boxes. But all this is standing it with 3 layers high versus 6 layers high. Good work today. I'm super proud of your hard work. And I will see you next week with more fun with volume. Bye, guys.